NHC with 2 of the ingredients in the audio suit that is Colonel Mustard and the Dijon 5. They've been crashing around the festival circuit, touting consciousness expansion and exponentially adding to the yellow movement along the way. So we're going to go down and have a chat with them and find out exactly what drugs we are fucking looking for.
Just like this for South Chris, love you a lot.
Well, I hope someday it'll be a game show presenter. I think that would be a pinnacle of my career, if I could present the Chase or something like that. So, you're looking for a new presenter for the Chase? And you're mad.
We're glad to see you, Hellfire Club. We've got original copies of the Bible in here. Interesting, I come to page 55 first, and the first word I read was David, which also has 5 letters.
It happens to be...
That's not interesting. That's not interesting to you.
Put that down there.
What's interesting is a picture of a man in full tartan regalia with a woman floating by with the words presumptive evidence.
That is interesting. Let's get down to brass tacks. You just won the Pure M Best UK Act. Must be buzzing about that.
Yeah, I suppose it's one that we've never, have we ever won anything before? I don't think we've won anything
You've won
before.
a dance off.
Aye, we've won, well you've won plenty of dance-offs, because you fixed them. But aye, we've never won anything before, so it's, it was...
As a band,
It's a nice thing, aye, but it's not the be all and end all, but it's nice it's from another place in
Ireland.
aye,
Another
saying that
planet.
we quite like you, and I suppose
Have you played many gigs in Ireland?
we've never played a gig in Ireland. We're due to play in, is it the end of March?
We're playing Saturday 2nd April. It's just been moved up from the Mercantile to the Opium Rooms.
So Ireland voted you the best UK act, and we've never played a gig in
I
Ireland.
came down to...
Purely on the album.
I think this is going to be one of those interviews where I can't stop laughing. And you,
Ireland is a beautiful city though.
what do you attribute to your success?
The 83 music journalists over there that listened to the music and whittled it down to 50, then 10, then 5.
5.
5, yeah, 5 again, and then we came out top, so that's off to you. Well done, Ireland.
Thank you. I'll kiss the tarmac.
The cap is
The
off.
Blarney Stone.
You've recently been described by Blues Bunny as the hippies of our time. Is there any truth in that?
I'm happy with that.
Some of us in the band are hippies, but we're quite a kind of broad spectrum of people, so I'll take that, it's quite nice.
Don't have the hair, mind you, but
Aye.
still.
Certainly don't have that.
I suppose happy sometimes looked on as a derogatory term, so happy in the best sense of the word. Aye, we want a peaceful planet, we want everybody to get along, but I think we've got good ideals and we've got common sense as well, for the most part, sometimes.
Common nonsense.
I think a question everyone out there is really wanting to know is, what do you make of the rumours Mark McGee's accepting royalties from Yorkshire Fees?
Royalties.
Product placement.
I think, well, as I've said before, I think Mark is probably, he claims I'm part of the Illuminati, but
The blue tech Illuminati.
Mark's the man that's obsessed by brands more than any man I know.
Being branded.
Potentially,
Like a pig.
I've never seen him naked. I'm not saying but
You've played many festivals by now. Is there any that have overlooked you that you would like to play?
I wouldn't say overlooked, but hopefully we're starting to get on the radar more.
We're chatting about that coming in there. There were still quite a few that we applied for this year that we didn't get. A couple close to the Scottish border, Beat Herder and Kendall Collin. But then when both of those festivals were on this summer, we got loads of pictures, people, you know, moving to 16 John wearing their t-shirts at these festivals, and folk coming up and asking them about us, and love's definitely spread.
I'd love to play Glastonbury.
Glastonbury.
That's where I first heard the name coming Mustard in the Dijon 5, and that's where I think, I suppose musically and in terms of my headspace where things changed. Wasn't the birth of the Dijon 5, but Glastonbury was a big part of that.
What do you mean that's the first place you ever came? It was like you dropped some acid and some yellow angel came down to you and went, Colonel Mustard and here's your hat. Or somebody said
No,
it
it was,
and you went, that's a good name for
it
that.
It was much more psychedelic than that. It was an out-of-body experience, but
Up the Stone Circle.
up the Stone Circle, 5 days after the festival ended, a man scooshed some mustard in my eyes and they started shouting.
My eyes! No, you mean Dijon 5!
Genuinely, it was where one of my good friends, he'd been to see a foreign festival anyway, and they just came up with the name and they told me it, and I was in a band at the time. In fact, no, I was managing a band at the time, but I thought the next band I have, that's the name, and I said it. I had no idea why I remembered it the next day, because it was Glastonbury at 3 in the morning, but it stuck. It stuck and it became a thing.
When a band's got a good name, it attracts you straight away.
Definitely, aye.
And
We were down at Liverpool Sound City and a couple of lads came up to us before we went on, very easily identifiable in the crowd anyway as we were, and said look, we were kind of at a bit of a loss who to see in this gap between X and Y. So we just scanned through the list and went, right, we'll get the best name, so we're going to go and watch them.
it works.
Aye, and I've had a load of people say that, just pick us out just because of the name.
That's how Nicolette, one of the singers in the band, she didn't know the band, and I think a gig had been cancelled that night, and she just looked at whatever magazine I don't know if it was like a music thing, like right, what bands are playing tonight, and she picked the name and loved us, and obviously the rest history there. She became a part of the band, so and I quite like the fact that it gives you that alter ego as well, where I can go on stage and no matter how crap a day I've had, and it's like you're stepping into character, and I've never had that in any other band, and I recommend it. It's great. You can just do and be whatever you want to do.
I'm sure the buzz of the crowd and the whole experience keeps you on your feet.
Aye, definitely. Aye.
Yeah.
Aye. It's always, but then we've still work to do, and we'll still be playing places where you're playing to one man these dog, but I want to win that person over, and I suppose when you're in character and stepping into a performance like that, you're more likely to achieve that rather than having all your self-consciousness and doubt kind of override.
It's good to have a prop, like a hat to put on, a mask to put on.
Rickie's got his in the Mickey Nines.
Mark McGee's got
Boiler suit.
his teabag, nipple clamps.
That's a really
I've never seen him naked.
Pocket full of Yorkshire tea bags.
a really good hard sniff of some handful of Yorkshire tea bags before he goes on stage. Kettling any good, isn't it? So, can you pick a favourite Scottish festival, or a few? That you really enjoyed the most?
Edenfest as a collective band is our favourite, and it's a great family festival, but for kind of late night enjoyment and just a variety of acts and bumping into cool people and meeting loads of friends and making new friends, it's got to be Eden. That being said, you've got Kilburn that's always got an amazing line-up, and it's such a great setting out at Kilburn Castle. Knockingorrick, if you're into like roots and folk, and I suppose a smaller festival but with bigger international acts playing it, that's great. But
Down the rabbit hole as well.
down the rabbit hole, aye.
You've got Linky Lee Festival as well.
All great on individual levels for different reasons.
just like to say, UK Festival Awards are open now, and Eden Festival have been voted for 3 categories, so get voting for them, please.
Liverpool Sound City.
Liverpool Sound City as well, yep, for Best Urban Festival. Get voting please for them.
Okay, a question each independently. I know what your answer's going to be. What's your favourite song to be live?
Well, it used to be Dance Off.
But you kicked too many children in the head.
Yeah. There were too many merchant sick incidents, but now
he enjoys that. The reason that he doesn't enjoy Dance Off is because he keeps losing more and more Dance Offs.
Oh,
And
you
there's
be losing dance?
the young Dijon stepping in.
Never thought I'd see this.
Yeah. One key, can't beat that wee lad. But now it's these are not the drugs you're looking for. Purely and simply for the opportunity to get out and this summer with the inflatable dinghy making its debut at Eden Festival for the crowd sailing. So that's been unbelievable. Just I've seen the pictures of that. It's brilliant.
That was quite a moment, particularly the first time at Liverpool.
Liverpool Sound City, sorry, that's where it made its debut.
But
Scottish debut at Eden.
I think with that song, it's the collective thing where it becomes like a big kind of choir between the band and the crowd. And that kind of unity definitely happens in that song more than others. And
Everyone's happy, everyone's smiling, no one was sad anymore.
It's your theme tune, isn't it?
one of them,
One of them.
And it's not even on the album, so make sure you get the EP. EP's in at the top.
Single out Friday the 16th, with a lunch party at the Drygate on the Friday night, Saturday the 17th, Lavelle and Gel in Edinburgh.
And Perth on Saturday.
Perth Saturday, yeah.
What can someone who hasn't been to a Mustard Pig expect from that? Or any Mustard Pig?
Expect the unexpected.
And the unexpected expected.
But also inspect the unexpected and the expected after.
Is there
Expect
any
to inspect them?
inspect for carrots?
If you're
and a
wearing
pirate
specs,
vomit?
inspect them more closely.
And get close enough to inspect all of it.
Is there any chances they'll be sued by Coleman?
No.
I spoke to a solicitor about this.
He's about to sit down with Coleman.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I, actually.
No comment.
What am I talking
We
about?
put a D notice on this. Sorry.
Right. Specifically for you, as a fellow psychonaut, I'm quite interested in your life experience and how that has affected the yellow movement over time.
Yeah, so we went to Peru for 3 weeks over Christmas and New Year. Did the usual things, Machu Picchu climb, 4-day Inca trek along the old Inca Messenger Pass, up the Andes, crossed the Andes 6 times, going to Lake Titicaca, but the main reason I went was to go out into the Peruvian Amazon and do an ayahuasca ceremony with some Quechuan shamans, descendants of the Incas.
Can I just stop you there? I think every time you say the name Titicaca, you need to say it like this.
Like Beavis?
When you're telling that story.
Yeah, so I was out in Lago there was no ayahuasca on that lake, mind you. Well, possibly would have been some of the islands, but I didn't find it. So, yeah, so I'd read a lot and watching documentaries, really good one, 90 minutes long on YouTube called The Sacred Science. Check that out, really good. And from the psychedelic experience and also the medicinal aspect of it, with it being a healing plant, I was just really keen. I was feeling very drawn towards doing it as well. Pachamama, your name from Mother Nature, was throwing me over. She was calling me in for my first experience of it. So yeah, I did that. The funniest part of doing it is before I started, there's 4 different strengths of it. There's yellow, black, white, then red. Right? So you're supposed to start off, if you're a first time user of it, on the yellow. So the shaman was preparing the yellow and there was a translator there. He asked me through her where I was from and I said Scotland. She told him and he started laughing. So he started pushing the yellow to the side and then went to the black, started fixing up the black. And actually asked him, oh, what's so funny? And he just kept on laughing. He said, well, their experience has told them that Scottish and Russian people can handle this better than anybody else in the world. On the Scots,
And the
on the
Ruskies.
Russians.
Slobodan McGregor.
So if someone has parents that are Russian dad, Scottish mother, then it'd be the hardest person.
Well, possibly. Although that said, there was a lad from Belgium, Charles, next to me, who was doing it with me, just the two of us. He'd done it 20 times, right? Various places in Europe, South America as well. And when he told the shaman he'd done it 20 times, so he'd never went above the white. The red is normally reserved for the shamans, and name alone. So the shaman said, right, well, you can try the red. So he started it, and then as soon as he drank the red, he vomited for the physical purge, shat himself, and then passed out. So I think that was probably just a wee bit too much for him, even after 20 attempts. But he did say he had a lot of negative karma to burn off because he was almost. He was a lawyer in the European court in Strasbourg, is it, or Luxembourg? One of them anyway. And he was telling me a lot about all the corruption, and that was his way of cleansing his soul by regularly doing ayahuasca.
Because when you take ayahuasca, you go through a period of vomiting, and it's supposed to be getting rid of all the negativity and the evil spirit. You go through that, and then you hit your epiphany.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're literally metaphorically vomiting out the bad juju.
The bad juju, exactly, yeah. So it's a physical, mental and spiritual purge.
Yeah.
Physical part, although what qualified what the shaman had said about the Scottish having a stronger insides for it. I drank my first glass of the black, and I had a very intense psychedelic visual experience from that, but I didn't physically purge. So they said that I had to drink another glass of it, and then he was laughing at that, saying, there you go, so you've actually needed a second. Normally you'll take the first.
Even though you already skipped two, though.
Aye, exactly, aye. And I did, I mean, I would.
So are you just so pure you had nothing to hurt?
Well, there was nothing negative to it except for the second one. When I did have the physical purge. The first one was just the most beautiful loving experience I've ever had. It genuinely felt like being back in the room. Pachamama appeared to me first in a Gonzo. There was a Black Panther. When I was explaining to them what had happened the next day, we were sitting down having banana soup for breakfast, and telling the shaman for him to interpret what he'd seen. And when I said it should first appear in a Gonzo, he said to me that that's very rare and only appears to 5% of anybody doing ayahuasca. So if he appears as a Gonzo, then you're on a reasonably high spiritual plane.
Did that have any sort of effect on the hour movement and what you went on to do?
It just made me more resolute, I suppose, more convinced in that I've had this belief that, I mean, first and foremost, right, I'm the biggest fan of this band. I wasn't in this band to start with. I am the original Dijon. I'm the guy who stood out the front watching all of these guys do their stuff.
And they went, that guy's a pretty good dancer, give him a go.
Well, not even that, they felt sorry for me.
I was at primary school with Larry's my oldest friend,
We've
so
been pals
it's
since
like,
we were 5.
it's like, you need to get your mate, even if he's
It's pretty cool to be in a band with someone else with such a vibe.
Oh, definitely, aye.
Aye.
But I've always believed in what they've done. I've watched them as, I suppose, like being a critic, but looking at them and thinking, well, where could they go? What could they go on and do? And just being completely convinced that they've got something unique that more people need to know
Before
about.
he's released an album,
Aye.
like you just live playing with the song.
Well, I went away to Costa Rica for 6 months, came back in March 2013, and then when I came back I pretty much got up on stage for the first time. I think that was it. The flying
Because
duck.
I've been on the go for years. I saw you at Kelburn. 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Must be about 4 or 5 years.
I was walking by in a daze as you are at a festival. I'd maybe heard you, but I'd never heard you. I just heard Junkie Breakfast drifting somewhere. I was like,
The smell of a junkie breakfast or
the song. And I just followed it. I was like, that's a good song, yeah. And there was hardly anyone there. I just stood there and watched this play Junkie Breakfast. That's what got on.
Going back to what Blair was saying, I think he came back from South America and he's had a drive and he's driving the band forward more and more. And when it comes to not just our band but the Yellow Movement, he's the guy that is pushing it more than anybody. And,
Yes,
and I think that is down to not just his own kind of belief in everything that's happening, but I suppose the experiences and the things he gained from being away on that trip. He came back. He was already on that journey, but he came back changed in a good way.
See, that's the answer I was looking for. Everything you see, we owe to ayahuasca.
These are the answers you're looking for.
I just like a beer.
You guys
Just a lads.
I just like my green
We're
tea.
just lads. We're just doing it.
You guys have a flow of merchandise that makes Kiss look tame. If you could have
We've not
anything,
got the coffins yet.
Lunchbox is the action figures, but how far away is it?
I don't know.
You should translate those action figures. I want a Colin Simon. The camouflage suit.
The inflatable ginger party bought it.
Yeah,
The thing is, like, we're at the point now where we are just having more and more ridiculous ideas that usually there's a few people in the band that are like, no, let's not do that. But the most recent one, let's all buy yellow suits for going to the Samas. Usually I was expecting a backlash. No, let's not do that. That's a rubbish idea. But everybody was pretty much like, do you know what? Let's just blow money on yellow suits. And I think the next step is going to be the John McAlinden McMustard doll.
The voodoo doll.
But the answer would have to be the most flexible one.
I don't know about that. Maybe the young Dijon, like the Anakin Dijon. This is Darth Vader Dijon with Zimmer frame.
Like the Bob Boffin.
Never had a compared to Darth.
We've just got the cushions made as well. Rock and roll rags. Good new Hellfire Club company that affiliated through here. They've been making the cushions out of the t-shirts as well. So,
And when we bring out the Late Night Sexy album, it'll be rock and roll wank rags. You'll be able to buy our merchandise from.
Hey,
So truthfully, how many t-shirts have you guys sold? I always say the t-shirts become almost as iconic as the Duke of Wellington's own.
Aye, no, well, I'm not really sure, but they probably, and it was annoying to start with because you're like, I can buy our music, but then everybody wants to be a part of the yellow Hollands.
Oh, they wanted the t-shirt before they wanted the yellow
That's what it is. I think it's just they see us up on stage and you see them down there and we become one. So
all one in the Dijon verse.
buying an album,
buy the album, get the t-shirt.
probably. I think we've been doing stuff like that. And
buy a hoodie.
It's not as if he's only relying on t-shirts. The
no,
album's fucking
the
great.
album.
One of the catchiest.
Aye.
It's a great party album. If you have a party, you stick that on. Doesn't even matter if people have heard of it, they will be dancing.
That was the whole thing.
When I have a party, I stick that on.
Black Parade, it's great when you're straight. Yeah, I remember being at house parties during the day in the 90s and that playing and always thinking, particularly like the first 3 songs and that is what I want. That's how I want to kind of get that feeling.
I mean, I woke up to messages that have been sent during the middle of the night or over the weekend or whatever, and said, oh, so you had a dance off in the living room last night, such and such one, and blah blah blah, and that's great to know. Like, if you're coming for a night out and sticking that on just to carry on the party, because it is the music, the party to make music.
If anybody should be sick of your music, it's me. But I still come in off a night out with my mates and stick Colonel Mustard up.
But what do you skip?
Only what? Do you really want me to say? Only one.
Of course, we're constructive.
The one
That's
is
ecological damage.
That's the only one.
That's it.
And I don't listen to the whole of Ginger Girl. Because that goes on for like
11 minutes.
I let it play for the first few minutes.
I hate
That's
that.
good.
We should
You've
have
made an album. Most people release an album with 2 good songs on it.
Well, what we should have done with Ginger Girl at the end is put it on the Sgt. Pepper's Infinite Groove.
Aye.
And just had like mustard Dijon, mustard Dijon.
Aye.
5.
So what then about a second album? Is the one in the pipeline now?
We've started recording. We did a recording last week with Joe Kane from Dr. Cosmo's Tape Lab.
Paul McCartney and the Beatles.
It's 2 of the kind of songs that became part of the live set over the summer. Countries Fuck, which we'll do a child-friendly version called Countries Muck or Country and Cross the Road, Red Man, Green Man, Rasta Man, Pasta Man.
I like Mark when he said this song's for anybody out there that has crossed the road or is going to cross the road. No, I just like that. Right, well, these are not the drums you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, I've got
Friday the 16th.
what copy have I got then?
That's a limited edition.
Release.
That was specifically brought out for 10 clip sellout in July. So there were only 200 of them. Collector's item already. They're all gone.
If you're watching this and you don't know the song we're talking about,
£3 on eBay.
I suggest you go online and check out the video for These Are Not the Drugs We're Looking For.
With Gavin Mitchell, Scottish acting legend, 60s legend, who's going to be joining us in the band at the Sandwich next Saturday.
And Dougie of Mickey Nine.
Biggest and Mickey Nines.
They never invite me to sing in their records.
The only thing missing from that video of Hellfire is the Gonzo Division.
You were there as well.
I know.
See you stoating about.
You're there in body. Nothing else.
Seen you getting arrested.
It's only took 4 years, but you finally stopped getting test passes. I'm survived, we managed.
Even the rave police were trying to take you back to your tent.
The fake police were trying to arrest me. Well, you know,
The police citizens
let us-
arrested you. For real.
For your own safety.
Red and black person, come over here, we'll get you up on stage. Sorry, Blue, I know it's against the rules, but we need people to be road safety aware. Right, if everybody could go over to that side of the stage.
Everybody move over.
Right, we don't have a green